Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of
A Breath of Fresh Sports.
I'm Courtney.
I'm LaRon.
And we are in week 12 of the NFL season.
Man, this time going by so fast.
It's going by a little too fast. I don't know if I'm ready for it to be over or what. I don't know, because in Eric's fantasy league, I'm not doing too well. I'm 4-7.
Both of us 4-7.
But I still got a slim chance to get in the playoffs.
I like my chance this week.
But in the show league and the Breath of Fresh Sports leagues, I'm 8-3. Right now I'm the number 1 seed. But Cold Blue, the Blue Gotti boys, Kenny, he is on my heels. He's also 8-3, and but I have the tiebreaker over him. But
don't worry about it. I got you this week.
Yeah, he play him this week, so I need you to take care of business.
That's why I've been saying, Zeke, it's time this week for you to eat.
Yes, sir. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump right into our picks. Thursday, all three of us, me, LaRon, and Eric, we all picked the Texans to win, and the Texans won.
Sweat it out.
20-17. When I made my pick, I said, if the Colts was healthy, yeah, I would have picked the Colts. I really liked the Colts to win the game, but they were dealing with a lot of injuries. And T.Y. Hilton, he played, but he was on a snap.
Yeah, he wasn't the same. He need more time.
So even though they got very, very good production out of Jonathan Williams, like they really didn't miss a beat with the running game. Yeah. But I just think not having T.Y. all the way healthy, that hurt.
It looked like they was holding Jacoby Brissett back too. They didn't want to put him through too much. They were just run the ball.
Yeah. But I was gonna say something about that. But yeah, I wanted to pick the Colts. But we all picked the Texans, and the Texans pulled it off. What I wanted to say is, what I think it was the last episode. I accidentally said Jonathan Williams. He wasn't even playing for anybody. And it's like I spoke him up because now last week he had 130 some rushing yards, and then this week he had over 100 yards and a touchdown. It's like, dang, I brought him into the.
You had a foresight.
Yeah, I brought him into the mix. It's all because of me, Jonathan Williams. You a hog, and hey, I mentioned your name, so you send me some merch or something. No, but we're gonna jump right into the picks right now.
Let's get it.
First game we have the Broncos at Buffalo Bills. What you got?
I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills at home. I expect it to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be cold up there. I expect it to be like 20-17 Bills. I don't think Josh Allen will have a great game, but I think he go outdo Brandon Allen. So I think he'll do enough. I think Devin Singletary will do enough. It's going to be real sluggish type games. Both of them have good defenses. Yeah. Who stopped the run more? That's the team that's going to win.
Yeah, the Bills are not that good against the run.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick the Bills because of their defense. I think their offense is better than the Broncos' offense.
Yeah.
They're at home. They should be able to stop Brandon Allen. He's only completing like 40-some% of his passes right now.
Dang.
Like 49% of his passes right now. But the key is stopping Phillip Lindsay. Yeah. That's gonna be the key. Because
it look like lately they been actually giving the ball more. They ain't really been using Russ Freeman as much.
Yeah. But I'm going to roll with the Bills. Next game, we have the Giants going to Chicago to play the Bears. Who you got?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to roll with the Bears and Mitch Trubisky. They at home. They needed more. And Mitch Trubisky, you getting benched late in the game. You got to come back and do something. I ain't buying the hip injury. I'm not buying that.
I'm not buying that either. He just stinks.
He does.
And,
Mitchell stinky.
Matt Nagy stinks as well. But they're at home, and they're playing against a bottom-half defense. Yeah. And if you look at Mitchell Trubisky's production in his career, when he's at home playing against a bottom 10 defense, his stats are like he actually looks like a good quarterback in those games. And then when it comes to fantasy, when he's playing against a bottom 10 defense at home, I think his fantasy points is like 10 points. He averaged like 25, 26 points in those games. Yeah. But when he's not playing against a bottom 10 defense, it's like he's only averaging like 15 or 14 fantasy points, so
and then they need to, I guess we keep trying to hit the nail on the coffin with David Montgomery. They got to feed him this week.
Yeah, they got to have
it's gonna be cold in there. They got to leaving that young back. Treat him like the Raiders do. Josh Jacobs. Really have faith in him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should. I think he will get some touches. I think he will be able to produce. But everybody know I don't like Mitchell Trubisky, but I kind of expect to see a pretty good game out of Mitchell Trubisky tomorrow and Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to see Allen Robinson make some noise tomorrow. Next game we have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Cincinnati Bengals. This game stinks.
You want to do it 1, 2, 3?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. The Bengals, they stink.
They do stink, but the Steelers ain't got nobody.
I think well, Juju hurt,
Juju out, Connor out, Pouncey out, because he's suspended. Then they got somebody on defense out. I forgot.
I think it's a safety out.
Yeah.
Like a corner. I think Artie Burns is out. But I think Jalen Samuel played good. He always played good when James Conner absent. And
he plays better in the passing game. But his rushing production has not been. I think the person to look out for is either Benny Snell or Trey Edmonds.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna lean on Benny Snell because when he was healthy, he was the second. He was the backup after Samuels and Connor. So I think he'll step up.
But with that being said, I'm still gonna pick the Steelers. So I guess we can 1, 2, 3 Steelers. Next game, the Dolphins going to Cleveland to play the Browns. Who you got?
I got the Browns. They need it more. I think this is one of those games where the Dolphins make every quarterback look better. Kind of like how Mitch Trubisky plays better against bad teams. I think Baker also plays good against bad teams. And it's also a revenge game for Jarvis Landry. That always come to the play. I think having Kareem Hunt back, that is taking a lot of pressure off Baker Mayfield. Because now he got a safety outlet he didn't have before Kareem Hunt was back. And I expect a big game from Odell. Xavier Howard out for the season. They secondary mailed it in. He should have 125 yards at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Browns as well. I agree with everything you said. I like Baker. I like Hunt this week. I like Chubb. I love Chubb this week. I think Chubb is gonna have a monster game this week. Odell, Jarvis, the Browns shouldn't struggle in this game on offense for sure. But I do think the Dolphins will be able to do some things on offense. I kind of expect Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I never overlook him because he's tough as nails. Everything he got.
I just have a feeling that we're gonna see one of those good games from Ryan Fitzpatrick. One of those Fitzmagic games from Ryan Fitzpatrick this week and Devontae Parker. I think he's gonna have a good game as well.
You tell him.
Next game, before I go to the next game. Do you want to talk about any one of those Dolphins running backs? No.
One suspended, one averaging 2 yards a carry, and one he being in the doghouse.
I think I seen a stat where Kalen Ballage is on pace to have 180, 190 carries for 100 and some yards. He's averaging 1 point some yards a carry. It's terrible.
Now look at Kalen Ballage. You can't be not outplaying Kalen Hope. You got to get it together now.
My baby, my daughter, huh? Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Who you got?
I'm going to roll with the Falcons. Ever since they changed Raheem Morris from the wide receiver coach to the defensive backs coach, they defense been playing a lot better. That's his strength, is defensive coach. They been getting turnovers. And what does Jameis Winston do best?
Turn the ball over.
They in Atlanta. I think it's gonna be a big game from Julio, Calvin Ridley, and Matt Ryan. I think they go shine in Atlanta this weekend.
Yeah, I'm picking Atlanta too. I think a sleeper to look out for is Russell Gage, the wide receiver, the third wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. But like you said, Jameis Winston, he turns the ball over, and ever since that bye week, Dan Quinn, he turned out. He's not calling defensive plays anymore. He gave that duty up. And ever since he gave that duty up, that their defense has been getting turnovers, and they've been getting takeaways and defensive touchdowns and punt return. Ever since that bye week, it's been just a switch.
I'm believing in the defense right now.
So basically, what you're saying is I should roll with them this week because I picked them up.
Yeah, you should roll with them. So I picked them up in one league too. So
The next matchup, we have the Panthers going to New Orleans to play the Saints. Who you got?
I got the Saints big. I like Christian McCaffrey, but Kyle Allen, your time is done.
Yeah.
Your time has ran its course.
When he was the starting of the season, that he hadn't thrown an interception yet in his career. He was, what was it, like 5-1, 6-1, and with no interceptions. But I forget, he's thrown like 9 interceptions in the last 3 games, I think.
The real Kyle Allen is coming out.
So
and,
man.
For everybody, I know everybody's saying that they should get rid of Cam Newton and Kyle Allen is the answer. No, he's not. Kyle Allen be the reason that Ron Rivera get fired. He's not producing. The good thing that's helping him out is Christian McCaffrey. He's saving a lot of things, and he's just the go-to guy. But in New Orleans, it's tough.
Yeah, it is. Picking the Saints.
Yeah,
I'm picking the Saints.
I
don't think it's going to be a struggle in that game. Next game, we have the Seahawks going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles.
I'm going to take the Eagles. Whenever they back is against the wall, when nobody expects them to win anything, they produce. Against Green Bay, they won. Again, nobody picked them to beat Buffalo. They came on the road to beat Buffalo. I think they're going to win. I think Carson Wentz is going to have a monster game against Russell Wilson. I think both of them are going to duel. And I really like Miles Sanders this week. With Jordan Howard been out, I ain't really trusting Jed Ajayi. I expect big numbers from Miles Sanders.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks on the road. I just don't know. I agree with you. I think we should expect a good game from Carson Wentz. But can his receivers catch the ball? Like,
I think Alshon is back this week. I don't like Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, I mean, besides Alshon, you got Ertz and Goddard. Yeah. Will that be enough?
They got to lean on Miles Sanders in that passing game.
Yeah, I just don't think it'll be enough. And Seattle coming there and Russell Wilson, playing good ball. Chris Carson playing good ball. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Jacob Hollister, and Josh Gordon. And the Philadelphia defense they're not good against the pass in the passing game. So I expect the Seahawks to go on the road and get this win. But I will say this though, if you look at the Eagles' schedule from this point on, it's shaping up for them to win the NFC East.
Yeah.
After this game, I think they play the Giants twice. They play the Redskins. Then they play Dallas again, and but they can win like 4 out of 5.
I think they play the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, yeah. So they can win five games coming up here, and end up 9-7.
One thing I will say, the Seahawks, they tend to struggle on those long flights going from Seattle to Philly. They struggle in those early games. That weather might be a little factor. So I don't know. I tend to trust the Eagles when they really need a win to get a win. I don't know how they do it sometimes. Yeah, they find ways.
That's true. But I'm just gonna stick with the Seahawks with this pick. But the next game we have Detroit Lions going to DC to play the Washington Redskins.
The Toilet Bowl.
You have Jeff Driscoll versus Dwayne Haskins.
I'm gonna take the Lions. I like the way Jeff Driscoll been playing since he came in. He got the ability to run the ball and the X factor. They finally got a running back that can do something. I like Big Bo Scarborough this weekend.
Yeah,
good pickup. I think he gonna have 85 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have got him in fantasy. I didn't get him in no league. I could have got him in back.
I could have tried to get him, but I didn't think I would have a chance.
I picked up Ryan Griffin because I'm tired of. I've been dealing with these tight ends, man, and he was available, and I feel like he's a good tight end. He been balling. He been balling, so I needed him. I also would have needed, Scarborough, but I feel like I'm a little better at running back than I am at tight end, so that's why I went ahead and picked up Ryan Griffin. But I agree with you about Scarborough.
These tight ends, it's been hard.
Yeah, it's been hard to pick one, man.
The pickers are slim.
But I'm picking the Lions. They're playing the Redskins. They stink. They're really bad. Dwayne Haskins, he's not looking good at all. I'm not gonna go on record. I'll say this: the way he's been playing this year, it stinks.
Yeah, he don't look good.
But
right now.
I'm not gonna just say he stinks like he's not gonna be able to get better because we don't know. We need to see him with a good coaching staff. I will say that. But as of right now, with this coaching staff and this leadership that they have in their off with the Redskins, yeah.
Right now he looks like a young James Winston. He can't move in the pocket and he's just a turnover machine right now.
Yeah. I think Detroit be able to do what they want to do in that game. I like the Lions. The Lions defense is not really that good, but I love the Lions defense in fantasy this week. Next game we had the Raiders going to New York to play the Jets.
I almost picked the Jets, but I said I'm gonna pick against the Raiders, so I picked the Raiders. But I think it's gonna be a close game. I think Derek Carr played decent, but Sam Darnold plays better against subpar defenses, and I think this will be a breakout game for Le'Veon Bell.
I do too.
I think he gonna really have a monster game this week. The Raiders, they be getting gashed in the run game. Even Joe Mixon looked great last week.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Joe, but you've been falling off this year. But with that being said, I'm still gonna take the Raiders. I think Derek Carr do enough, and man, I know the Jets got a real good run defense, but I'm gonna lean on Josh Jacobs. I think the volume will weigh out. I'm gonna take the Raiders.
I went back and forth with this game, and like weeks ago, I was saying that I think the Raiders will win 4 in a row, and this is the 4th game that I said they will win in a row. But I've been going back and forth with this game, man. I really, really like. I think Sam Darnold is going to have a good game. I think Le'Veon Bell is going to have a really good game. Excuse me. I think.
Tell him.
Le'Veon Bell. I think he hasn't finished in the top 8 in fantasy none this year. Not 1 week. But I think this is the week he's going to end up probably in the top 5 in fantasy points. I
need you, Le'Veon. I need you.
With that being said, I also like the Raiders' offense. The way they've been looking, the way Derek Carr has been playing against these matchups.
Yeah.
He's been taking advantage of these matchups, and Josh Jacobs, man, he's been playing. He's been playing.
That offensive line looked like the offensive line about 3 years ago when Derek Carr was almost MVP before he got that injury.
So, man, I'm gonna roll with the better team. I'm gonna roll with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they're the better team right now. Win this game, they go into next week, big game at 7-4, tied with the Chiefs. Who would have thought?
Do you think it's a trap game?
It could be.
They might be overlooking the Jets.
It could be, but I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a close game. I really do. But I'm gonna pick the Raiders. Josh Jacobs and Derek Carr with a big game, and Darren Waller. He really hasn't been doing nothing for the past 5.
Yeah, he ain't been doing nothing. They whole past. It's been Hunter Renfrow that's been the one being balling for them.
So yeah, I think they get back on track with. I think Waller get back on track this week. I think the tight ends in this game, Waller and Griffin.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna have a good game. But I'm gonna stick with the Raiders, man. I said y'all was gonna go into the Chiefs game 7-4, so I'm gonna stick with it. Next matchup, we have the Jaguars going to Tennessee to play the Titans.
I'm gonna roll my boy, my big dog, my big homie, the Titans. I'm gonna roll with Derrick Henry. I think the Jaguars can't stop. They can't stop nobody right now on the run. I think they gonna lean on Derrick Henry. He gonna get 25 touches. And to be truthful, Ryan Tannehill has been looking bad this year. Ever since his career got rejuvenated. He came to Tennessee. He doing the ball. They throwing the ball to his weapons and everything, and it's opened up holes for Derrick Henry. And I think they're gonna play better. I think the Titans gonna win.
What time of the season is? Is it getting cold outside?
It's cold outside.
When do we normally see Derrick Henry ball?
This time of the year.
It's always this time of the season.
Defenders don't want to tackle this time of the year. He's 6'4", 240.
But I will say this, though. For the first time in his career, Derrick Henry has been very, very very good throughout the whole season.
I don't think he had less than 70 yards all season.
Yeah, normally he would start off slow, and then around this time is when he'll have his big games. I think last year he put up 60% of his yards in the last 6 games. Yeah. But it's the time of the year when we see those Derrick Henry performances. And I think if you look at his performances versus the Jaguars specifically. Like, he kills the Jaguars.
Yeah, remember that's the game he had like 20, 40 yards that Thursday night game last year against the Jags.
See? So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Titans at home. I think we're gonna see one of those games from Derrick Henry, man. I really do.
You tell him.
I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 3 touchdowns tomorrow. Sorry, Blue Gotti boys.
If he do that, I'm gonna give me a long ponytail to put in tomorrow. If he get 3 touchdowns.
All right, the next game, as you can see, I feel like this is one of the games of the week. Cowboys at the Patriots. You have the number 1 quarterback in wins since Dak Prescott was drafted, which is Tom Brady, and Dak Prescott is the number 2 quarterback in wins since he's been drafted. Tom Brady with 44 wins, Dak Prescott with 38 wins. Number 1, number 2 in wins since he was drafted. Going into this matchup, who you got?
I'm gonna start off saying it. How about them Cowboys? I'm gonna pick the Cowboys to win it. I think Zeke gonna break out his funk. I think they're gonna lean on Zeke Morris. The weather's gonna be terrible. I think it's gonna be like 20 degrees. And I think Tom Brady's gonna outplay Dak in this weather. He used to this weather. I think they're gonna lean on Zeke. I think Zeke's gonna get 26 carries, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I'm gonna take the Cowboys in a close win, 23-20.
Yeah, man. The question for me is the Patriots defense. Like, their defense is like they're good, but I have seen people succeed.
Trouble running.
Yeah, I've seen people succeed against in the running game against the Patriots. But in the past 2-3 weeks, Zeke really hasn't been looking. He really hasn't been producing like we would normally see from Zeke. 45 yards, 47 yards, that's not what we're used to seeing from Zeke. So, I don't know what we're going to... And then the Patriots are at home. They're used to playing in the cold. Dallas is an indoor team.
That's a factor.
That's a huge factor. Dallas is my team, as y'all can see. But I don't know if I can pick Dallas to win this game. In New England, man, it's gonna be hard to win this game. It's gonna be hard. What I'm gonna do, man? What should I do? Should I roll my team?
I'm gonna do a roll call. Jason Garrett, you gotta step up. Everybody knows that Bill Belichick is the best coach right now, but you have to at least be on the same level with him for one game. You have to. You gotta establish. You need some wins and some tough opponents.
No, but to be honest though. He told me his pick before we started recording off camera. And what did I say?
You said you want to take the Cowboys too.
I thought that I was gonna be the only one. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Cowboys. I thought I was gonna be the only one picking the Cowboys in this game, but he picked them. So I don't know what Eric's gonna do in this. I think he's gonna pick the Patriots. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Dallas. I feel like this is the game. Zeke need to get back on track. If he can't get back on track, Dallas will get smoked.
Yeah, they offensive line. You gotta lean on the big uglies this week.
Yes.
So Tyron Smith, Le'Veon Collins, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin.
And I'll say this. I know he hasn't been looking. This is a different player. I know this player hasn't been looking good. But I think Sony Michel he has the potential to have a good game as well. I know he ain't been looking good lately. And he has started playing special teams and the other running backs getting snaps from him and all this and that. But this game is setting up for a Sony Michel type game. The weather, that's going to help. And then Dallas is not good against the run.
They not.
So,
I would say, it could also be, like a James White / Rex Burkhead game because Dallas, for some reason, they got speed at linebackers, but they linebackers haven't been doing good in coverage. Against running backs. And what do the Patriots do? They love putting James White out wide.
Yeah, I'll say James White. I don't know what to expect from Burkhead. Because he gets. I think he only played like 20 out of 75 snaps last week.
Yeah, he more affects Sony than he does James White. James White has a role.
I think James White will be safe. He's a safe play if you were talking fantasy. He's a safe play. Especially in the PPR league. He's really safe in this game. But I think Sony. I wouldn't be shocked if Sony get in the end zone twice. His yardage may be kind of low, maybe like 70 yards or something like that. But I wouldn't be shocked if we see 2 touchdowns from Sony Michel this week. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, next game we have the Packers going to San Fran. We got these 3 matchups in a row. Some big games. Packers versus San Francisco 49ers.
I'm gonna take the Packers. I'm gonna roll with Aaron Rodgers. I think the 2 things that the 49ers love with their defense, they love to get sacks, they love to get turnovers. Aaron Rodgers don't get sacked a lot. He for sure doesn't turn the ball over a lot. Mm-hmm. So you expect you really need that. And I think Devontae Adams is gonna have a big game.
I hope so.
Him and Aaron Jones, I think they're gonna have a really good game. And I'm not trusting Jimmy G. I'm not trusting Garoppolo in the prime time game. I know they're at home. But I'm going to roll with the wily veteran in a close game, 28-25, Packers.
That's a good take. That's a good pick. Man, the 49ers defense is for real.
It is.
It's for real, man. Nick Bosa, man. They're front 7, period. They're really good, man. And Richard Sherman, he has the secondary playing well. This is a rough game, man. I'm going to roll with the 49ers, man. They're at home. I don't expect to see a blowout either way. I think it's going to be close, like you said. I wouldn't be shocked. If it started out like a slow, low scoring game. Yeah. And then, lately, we've been seeing the 49ers, it's kind of been low. And then at the end, their defense get a touchdown, and make it look like, it was such a big.
I know.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row I dealt with it. That last minute touchdown, I lost 2 weeks in a row in fantasy because of the 49ers scoring a fluke touchdown at the end. But, yeah, I'm kind of tilting about that. But, yeah, I'm going to pick the 49ers in this game. I think it's going to be a very good game. I hope you're right about Devontae Adams because I got Devontae Adams.
Me too.
Of course, you can't sit him. But I don't know what to expect.
Your expectations ain't real high this week.
It's not. Then the last game we have is the game of the week. Either one of those games could be the game of the week, but I think anytime Lamar Jackson is playing, is must-see TV.
He the man right now.
Got the Ravens versus the Rams. The Rams are at home. Who you got?
Well, I'm gonna roll with the Rams. I'm gonna roll with the team that needs them more, and I think. I'm not saying that the Rams are going to stop because nobody's going to stop Lamar Jackson. I think they get enough pressure. I think they can get some pressure up the middle. That's the one thing against somebody like him. You need some pressure up the middle with Aaron Donald. And who does it better than Aaron Donald? When if they need to find speed on outside to kind of contain, put a little spy because they don't have great receivers. The only thing you got to do is 2 things you got to stop: the run game and Mark Andrews, because nobody else is really doing that for the Ravens.
Yeah.
And
but you better not fall asleep.
On Hollywood.
You got too much speed.
I think Jalen will hold him good. Jalen Ramsey will hold him good. I don't know if he would follow him around every play, but I think he'll hold him good. And as much as I don't really like Jared Goff, I think they'll play better. They start to lean. He at home. They start to lean on Ty Gurley more.
Yeah. And
now he got all his full complements of weapons back. Brandon Cooks is back. Robert Woods is back.
Robert Woods playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
Is it official?
Yeah, it's official.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah, everybody's back. And I'm just gonna lean on the team that needs it more. I try to pick teams sometimes that's more desperate.
Man, I can't go against Lamar Jackson right now. I'm picking the Ravens, and it's Lamar Jackson. It's their running game. It's Mark Andrews. But ever since they got Marcus Peters, this is a revenge game. Ever since they got Marcus Peters from the Rams, their defense has turned it all the way up. Yeah. They've been looking great. I think the Ravens is going to win this game. Jared Goff has not been playing good. In his last 18 games, his interception to touchdown ratio is 1-1. 18 touchdowns, 18 interceptions.
You stink, Jared Goff.
I got the Ravens winning this game. I got the Ravens winning. I think Lamar Jackson is going to be able to do what he want to do.
So you think it'll be a big blowout?
I won't say a big blowout, but I think we're going to see one of those huge rushing games from Lamar Jackson, and decent production in the passing game with him as well. If we're talking fantasy, I can see 30 to 35 points this week from Lamar Jackson.
Ooh, nice.
All right, that was the last game we have for this week in the Week 12 NFL picks. Appreciate y'all for sticking with us this far. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, peace.